boil it down to who's telling the truth, who you trust. That's the bottom line. I understand somebody got some questions, and I welcome questions. I welcome hard questions, because questions and debate make a better candidate. I'm willing to debate anywhere, anytime, and some of my opponents are not willing to do that. So we need to that challenge again. There's a lot of stuff put out there, and I believe somebody will have questions about that when I get through. I'm very concerned about our country. That's the reason I'm in this race. I view our country as hanging by a thread. It could break at any time, and that thread is our Constitution. Just visualize it. We have a young and inexperienced president who's showing that youth and inexperience right now in this oath to the oath. Took an oath to preserve, protect, and defend our Constitution. Instead of doing that, he's wrecking our country with weapons, attacking the very foundation of our country. It's got to be stopped. Being advised by people like Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid, who are socialists at best and Marxists at worst. That's where we are. You like what's going on in Washington right now? Anybody? I don't. We didn't change what's going on. You like it?
No, you were a little generous there when you called him youthful and inexperienced. I would say more of a scheming, reckless socialist, would you say?
You may say what you wish. This is the United States of America, and we have free speech.
Apparently you're going to preach.
Thank you.
But they're working on doing that again too. Disclosure.
Right. And I tell you, this hate speech is going directions I don't like. I may not like what you have to say, but you have the freedom to say. We'll get to that in a little bit. If you like what's going on in Washington, if you like the people who are in Washington, there's a candidate in this race who was recruited by Washington, who's been financed by Washington, who's been supported by Washington, and some of the questions you're going to bring up are out of his material and paid for out of Washington, D.C. Right? You want somebody that has Tennessee values, and his only obligations to Tennessee voters, Tennessee taxpayers, 53% of the country pays taxes, 47% doesn't. When that flips, we're in trouble. If you want someone whose only obligation is to Tennessee voters, Tennessee taxpayers, right? 40 years ago, I was Sergeant Ron Kirkland in Vietnam. This day, 40 years ago. E5. E5 while I was over. I learned a lot from that experience. I learned about national defense. I learned what I believe in anti-terrorism. Those folks in Guantanamo are non-American citizens. They don't have our rights. They shouldn't be tried in this country. Amen. I came back to Vietnam and I went to work in a small business, a Ben Franklin store. Some of you remember the Ben Franklin store. It was a great experience. And one of the things we said was, if you could run a Ben Franklin store, you could run General Motors. And doggone if I don't think they're right. I believe I could run General Motors better than those folks did. They ran it in the ground, and the government's taking over, and it's not right. I spent a decade on the West Tennessee Board of Directors of Regions Bank, over a decade. I've learned about banking. I was the CEO, I was the chairman of the board of the Jackson Clinic for 5 out of the 10 years I served on the board. I've learned about the business aspects of running a group that has $125 million annual income, annual gross income, and taking 120 positions, 600, 700 employees. Learn the business aspects of running a large organization. Went back to school in 2009 and earned a master's degree in business administration. And folks, I'm being mocked for being educated. I think everyone in this country ought to strive to get the most education they can. And to mock someone's education is the wrong thing to do. It's just wrong. I think it's time we had somebody with business training, business experience in Washington. I've got it. I'm ready to go. I've spent a career in healthcare, 33 years in training and in private practice, listening to patients and helping solve problems. Problem solving translates directly to Washington. We have got tremendous problems in Washington. If you're problem solving, you're more likely to solve those problems than you cannot. I'm accustomed to solving problems. That's what I do every day. I've learned the healthcare delivery business at the group practice level, and I was privileged to serve on the board of the American Medical Group Association, which is a large trade association representing 360 of the nation's largest medical groups, like the Mayo Clinic, Oxford Clinic, Cleveland Clinic, Vanderbilt Clinic, somebody